Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Soulscape 2026 Global AI Cinema Summit. Right now, exactly one floor about us, 100 plus of world top elite storytellers are locked in a room. They have 40 hours to create a cinematic universe using the most advanced generative AI tools on the planet. They're not sleeping. They're creating. But you're here, the builders, the investors, the executives, the visionaries. And before we dive into the panels today, I want to take a step back and talk about why we are all here. I want to talk about the ideology behind Soulscape. To understand where AI is taking us, we actually have to look back 70,000 years ago. Back then, Homo sapiens shared this earth with the Neanderthals. And the Neanderthals were stronger, and they actually have larger brains. But they have a fatal limitation. They were completely bonded by the physical present. They could only believe in what they could see. But then, Homo sapiens received a massive hardware upgrade. The prefrontal cortex. It gave us our ultimate superpower, abstract thoughts, storytelling. And suddenly, we could imagine a future that didn't exist before. And we could tell a story compelling enough to make thousands of strangers cooperate to build it. Storytelling gives us the power to control time. And today, artificial intelligence is our new evolutionary leap. It's a new fire we're gathering around. But if we look around on the internet right now, it's a Wild West. We're Johnny in content, yet starved for resonance. Because the barrier to entry has dropped to zero. Everyone can generate a hyper-realistic cyberpunk city in seconds. But most of it is just content engineered for cheap attention, not for human hearts. It catches your eye for 3 seconds, and then you scroll past. Why? Because it lacks a soul. And this reminds me of a moment exactly a century ago. The 1920s brought the boom of industrialization. Machines suddenly can mass produce anything, leading to a massive flood of soulless, over-decorated junk. In response, a group of artists in Germany started the Bauhaus movement to bring the human soul back to mass production. Their rule was simple. Form follows function. Exactly 100 years later, we're at the exact same crossroad. AI gives us infinite form, endless visual spectacles, but without a human story, it has no function. Here at Soulscape, we're building 21st century digital Bauhaus. We believe that no matter how incredible the technology becomes, every generated pixel, every sound design, every aesthetic choice must serve a profound human story. The narrative is the function. AI is democratizing the creation of cinema, but it cannot democratize the soul of cinema that belongs to us. If we allow the algorithms to dictate us, we lose the very thing that connects us. And that's why we started this counter movement. And our ideology is simple. Soul over slop. And this isn't just a theory. Soulscape itself is a story. Just last October, there's nothing but just a spark in my mind. And before that, I was a designer, I was a Uber engineer, and a tech reviewer trying to make sense of the noise. Back in 2022, I started out by making one of the first AI video, resurrecting Steve Jobs. But as I watched the technology explode, I realized we don't just need another similar software tools. We need more of a bridge. But you cannot build a bridge alone. While I have the privilege standing on the stage here today, Soulscape was built by an incredible core team, a relentless group of operators, designers, and engineers who have helped build platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and even Seedance. They brought world-class execution to the movement and believing in it when it was nothing, just a slide deck. Together, threw this idea out in the world, and the resonance has been deafening. In just a few months, over 2,000 of the world's most elite creators answered the call. And 100 plus artists locked in the lab upstairs right now. They're the creative engine behind top AI studios, flying in from Germany, Italy, Spain, and Central America, delivering the commercial masterpieces today. And look around this room. We're joined today by the architects of modern cinema. We have Oscar winners. We have pioneers who invented the bullet time for the Matrix trilogy. We have executives who shaped the legendary franchises at Pixar, Disney, Sony, Warner Bros., and Lionsgate. They're here today not to gatekeeping the industry, but to pass the torch to the next generation. This is the power of our ecosystem. We have built a global bridge that already connects more than 25 major film festivals across London, Spain, Singapore, Central America, and China. And we're already taking this ideology straight to the next generations, launching campus stores from UC Berkeley to USC and NYU. So, Soulscape is not just a film festival or a weekend hackathon. It's a unified ecosystem. We're not building a soulless content engine. We're building the next generation narrative infrastructure. Think A16Z meet A24. And our vision goes way beyond linear films. We're funding and empowering the future of experimental storytelling, branch narratives, gaming, and immersive worlds. We're taking this aggressive thesis-driven tech foresight of Silicon Valley and pairing it with elite, creator-first taste of independent cinema. We're here to give those artists the exact tech stack they need, backed by partners like TempNow, 11 Labs, Cdance, and over 30 world top AI tooling companies. And most importantly, we're building the rails to solve the hardest problem of distribution and monetization. And we're just getting started. After San Francisco, we're taking this movement global. We're tearing down the walls for creators in London, Spain, Singapore, and beyond. Because great stories doesn't just belong to Hollywood. It belongs to every corner of human experiences, every corner of the world. Ideology has the power to change the world. Every great consensus began with a great story. Today, you'll hear from people writing the code, funding the future, and redefining the entertainment. But I want to leave you with one thought. The tools are now infinite. The barriers is gone. So the only questions left for the artists upstairs and every single one of you in the theater today is this. What world will you build?